AI systems are changing how buyers evaluate treadmills. When someone asks for treadmill recommendations, the answer is rarely a neutral directory of every possible brand. AI platforms build a ranked shortlist. They decide which brands deserve attention, which brands appear as background context, and which brands are effectively left out of the buying conversation. In the June 2026 treadmill benchmark, that compression is already visible. Hey, I'm Mark Huntley, a growth strategist and AI discovery analyst. At LLM Authority Index, we study how AI systems shape commercial discovery, especially in high-intent categories where recommendation positioning can directly influence revenue. The treadmill category is not evenly distributed inside AI answers. Across 1,430 observations from 6 major AI platforms, NordicTrack is the clear leader. It appears in 64.3% of all responses, earns valid recommendation coverage in 40.4% of observations, and holds a 28.8% rank 1 rate. That matters because an average rank of 1.52 means NordicTrack is usually placed first or second when buyers ask for help choosing. Peloton and Sole Fitness form the challenger tier. Peloton has strong brand recognition and 20.6% recommendation coverage. Sole Fitness is close behind with 21.2% recommendation coverage and stronger evaluation stage performance than its consumer awareness might suggest. The market is being narrowed before the buyer starts clicking. The most important lesson in this benchmark is the gap between presence and recommendation position. Several treadmill brands show up in AI responses often enough to look visible. Bowflex appears in 20.8% of responses. Echelon appears in 20.6%. Fitness appears in 22.2%, but their valid recommendation coverage is much lower. 8.9% for Bowflex, 9.2% for Echelon, and 8.7% for Fitness. That gap is commercially significant. A brand can be recognized by an AI system as a treadmill manufacturer and still fail to become a serious buyer option. It may appear in a list, in a historical reference, or in a broad category answer, but when the prompt has commercial intent, best treadmill for home use, compare options, best value, the brand needs shortlist quality placement. That is where recommendation ranking starts to matter more than simple visibility. The benchmark separates the market into 3 public high-intent clusters: discovery, comparison, and pricing or value. In discovery prompts, buyers are still forming expectations. NordicTrack leads with 38.5% recommendation coverage and a 26.1% rank 1 rate. That early position shapes what the buyer believes the category looks like. In comparison prompts, the stakes rise. Buyers are evaluating models, features, durability, and value. NordicTrack's recommendation coverage increases to 47.5% with a 34.4% rank 1 rate. Sole Fitness and Horizon Fitness also perform well here, which suggests their public evidence is stronger when buyers ask evaluative questions. In pricing and value prompts, the buyer is closer to a decision. NordicTrack still leads, while Peloton and Sole Fitness remain the next most relevant brands. For treadmill recommendations, these decision stage prompts are where visibility becomes commercial leverage. AI systems are not choosing treadmill brands randomly. The benchmark points to a public evidence layer made up of structured review content, head-to-head comparison articles, community discussions, fitness forums, and official brand content with clear positioning. NordicTrack benefits from depth across these source types. The brand is repeatedly framed in review content, comparison content, and community discussion as a strong buying option. That creates citation architecture AI systems can trust, repeat, and compress into recommendations. Peloton benefits from cultural recognition and ecosystem content, but the report notes more mixed performance in direct comparison settings. Sole Fitness earns strength from value-focused comparison content, which helps explain why it performs well in evaluation stage prompts. One pattern we repeatedly see at LLM Authority Index is that brands can look visible while still losing the buying moments that matter most. The issue is often citation context. The AI may know the brand exists, but the public evidence does not consistently support recommending it. This is the warning for leadership teams in the treadmill market. AI discovery creates shortlist compression. 3 brands capture a disproportionate share of recommendation value, while 7 others fight for the remaining attention. That changes competitive strategy. A brand that once competed well in search results may now face a tiered AI landscape. Paid media, legacy awareness, and category familiarity do not automatically translate into AI recommendation control. The benchmark estimates a $16 million monthly AI opportunity window across the modeled category. NordicTrack's monthly AI authority value is listed at just over $2.1 million. Precor's is $86,886. Those are modeled estimates, not revenue figures. But the strategic signal is clear. AI systems are concentrating attention, and the brands with stronger public evidence layers are receiving more of it. The leadership takeaway is simple. If your team is measuring AI visibility only by whether the brand appears in answers, you may be missing the actual commercial story. For treadmill recommendations, the more important questions are you being advanced into the shortlist? Are you ranked near the top? Are you trusted in comparison and pricing prompts? Are the sources AI systems rely on framing your brand as a credible choice? AI discovery is now part of how buyers decide. The brands that manage recommendation position, citation architecture, and decision stage prompt performance will have a structural advantage. If you want to understand how AI is actually positioning your company in buyer conversations, that's exactly what we analyze at LLM Authority Index.